Hi, I'm Martin. I'm one of the wardens here at WWT Slimbridge, and welcome to Wildlife Weekly. We'll be bringing you the latest wildlife news from around the region throughout the season. It's a brilliant time to be out and about and enjoying the wildlife. We've got the autumnal colours. The last of the leaves are just clinging on, but they're going to be dropping off, and migration is in full swing. Now's a really good time to look in the hedgerows. Lots of birds are arriving, and they're harvesting the last of what's available. So the seed heads, but particularly berries. So things like fieldfare and redwing, wood pigeon, they're all arriving to strip out the berries from the hedgerows. And that food source will probably last for another couple of weeks until they've cleared it out. You can really help out the birds in your garden. Gardens are very important to birds, so by providing food for them, feeding station, bird table, you can supply food to them throughout the winter and keep them going, but it's very important that you remember to sterilise them, keep them clean. If you want a variety of birds in your garden, it's good to provide a variety of foods. So there's lots of different seeds available. Finches, for example, they specialise, so they're adapted to feed on certain things. So by providing a variety, you're going to get a variety of species. Grey-lag geese are the goose species you're most likely to encounter. They've certainly arrived in our region for the winter. If you've got goose flock skeins flying in V formation over your garden, it's usually grey-lag geese. They arrive for the winter, spend the winter months with us. They will go off and breed in the Forest of Dean on boggy pools, and they will go up to Scotland, go through their moult in Scotland, where they drop all their flight feathers. Once they've grown them back, they will fly back to return to us for the winter. Some of the Buick swans are in. We've got about 43 on site at the moment. Humbugs was the first to arrive on site this year, but it's normally Dario that turns up. An average date is about the 25th of October, but Dario was late this year, and the reason for that is highly likely to be because he's got a family in tow, so he's got a cygnet with it this year, and that's the first time he's ever bred and brought a family to Slimbridge. With the arrival of lots of Buick swans here at the moment, there's lots of disputes, little troubles breaking out with their reasserting dominance, and so we did have Zara and Tyndall as dominant birds, but they've been pushed out now, and other birds have moved in and taken over the top spot. The forecasts this week are for the winds to swing round to the north, so that means it will be getting colder. There's a good chance that we might get a little bit of an easterly element in there as well. So a northeast wind usually means more arrivals of birds here in the UK. If it gets very cold, they will arrive en masse, so there's a good chance we might see a swan fall, a mass arrival of swans.
They are very territorial birds, even on their wintering.
We feed every day at 4 p.m, so great time to catch up with all this action. Another way of keeping up to speed with news is by following us on Twitter, and you can find out exactly what's going on.